Jo here over at woollycottage.com in Cumbria, north of England, on a very, very breezy but rainy, drizzly day. It's going sideways. There's a low cloud, we have fog, and we have mist, and we have drizzle, all at the same time. Oh, so I'm just doing some spinning. This is the wool blend that I have been gradually spinning up since Christmas from gifts that I got. Well, some of it's gifts and some of it's with wool that's my favourite blend, which is a merino and soybean blend. It's my favourite wool at the moment. Well, I have another one, but I can't get hold of it anymore, and that was a merino with flax and silk blend. But I was gifted a roving at Christmas from a fellow fibre creator, and it had my favourite colours in with like teals and blues and orange, which is almost fluorescent. So I blended that up with what I had, and I pulled together some St. Bees roving that I had in my own blend stash, which again was a merino with soybean, and it's all in this. Well, actually, it was a merino with silk. The one that I was gifted is a blue faced Leicester with stellina. So not really one for blink, but I just really liked it. And I was this is going in my current weaving project. I put a little reel up yesterday of where I'm at with it. First time I'd managed to get any weaving done for about 2 weeks. So I've decided I was going to do it for myself, but I've decided I've got a friend in Scotland. She's an artist and she's gone through a really rough time the last couple months, family loss and things like that, and she's really not feeling herself. So I'm going to, once it's finished, I'm going to send it up, because I was going to send her a little parcel up, but she's just not feeling creative or even got the time to do anything. And I'm going to get this finished off with the last of this wool, hopefully this week, get it washed and pressed, and then I'll send it up to her. Because usually when she's feeling a little bit out of sorts, I always try and get her a little fluffy bundle put together and send it up, but I thought there's no point, and I couldn't give her a hug because she's all the way up in Scotland. So I thought, well, what best way to make someone feel like they're being thought of and loved is by sending them something that you've made yourself. So I'm going to send her this up when it's finished. So yeah, I'll come up with something else for myself. I do have some gorgeous caramels and dusky pink and grey that I might do for myself, and I'm not quite sure what colours are. I might have to pinch something out because I've got loads of grey coloured bats up there on my shelf, and I could probably, if they don't sell, come up with something from a colourway that will suit with a dash of pink in it as well. But yeah, I might do that. So I've had a busy week. I introduced, and I'll get them out in a minute, I introduced some new project bags on the website the other week, and I put 5 on the website, not the weekend just gone, but the weekend before, and every single one of them sold out. So I've ended up with I did another batch thinking, oh, the whole point was to have them on the shop. So, because usually when I do project bags, they take a while to disappear. So I thought, oh, 5 would be enough. 5 wasn't enough. 5 sold. So I ended up making, I think, another 5 or 6 of them. And then I got a fluff rescue order yesterday, and the lady says, oh, I'm a knitter. So I'm like, right, okay. Would you rather have one of these new bags or a handled bag in your fluff rescue? She's like, oh, I'll have a new one. So that was her happy. So I've just sorted out that fluff rescue order with one of my new bags in. 2 1 project bags. Hiya, Anne. You're just nipping out for a bit. No problem, sweetie. You can catch this tomorrow anyway. So yeah, so I've just sorted that out. I just need to get it all wrapped up, gift wrapped, and in a bag to go. So you might see that come up as a little reels later on. If it does, nice comments please. None of the grumpy snarky ones that I've been getting lately. It is just a reel after all, it's not a video. So yeah, so what else have I been doing? Oh, 3D printing, so I've got some orders going off on those, some band weaving heddles, which I will print off some more band weaving heddles, because it's a subject I will be touching on in the Back to Basics as we progress to weaving. I am going to print off some more and get them on the website, some tablet card weaving and some band weaving rigid heddles, like backstrap weaving if you've never tried it before. So hopefully I can inspire you to do something a little bit different and not just go down the weaving route, as in loom weaving. So that will be coming soon, and I'll have sets available on the website if anybody wants to buy any, for starting, because I will do them as little starter sets. So you'll get your tablets or your rigid heddle loom, and it will come with a band weaving shuttle as well. I'll get my 3D printed box out with all my bits and pieces in, all my test pieces out in a second, and I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, that's more or less what I've been up to. I've been out in the garden, oh my lord, hence I'm standing up, because I can't sit down. My backside muscles and the back of my thighs, oh my lord, are in agony. I could barely walk up the stairs yesterday. And it was a matter of, I'm sitting down, I'm not getting back up. So yeah, oh, it was an agony. I can just about make it up the stairs without feeling like I want to cry today. And the thing is though, none of the rest of my body is hurting, my arms or my back or anything. Well, not really. My back's hurting me because I'm having to stand up, because every time I sit down I want to cry. Oh, my gluteus maximus is not happy with me whatsoever. But I was lifting, I mean, proper hiking, 20 kilo bags of sand and slate and shillies and everything the other day for doing the front garden. And I thought, if anything's going to hurt, it's going to be my shoulders and my arms. No, bloody horse. My backside hurts. It's not happy with me. The backs of my thighs are hurting, and up inside of my thighs I'm like, oh my god, I wasn't doing blinky gutbuster exercises on the inner thighs. I was just lifting 20 kilo bags. So yeah, so I'm feeling sorry for myself this week. My muscles are aching, and with having fibre as well doesn't flipping help. It just makes it feel even worse. So I went back out yesterday and I did a little bit more and just got my bags of bark down. I had 50 litre bags of bark to get put down, so I did them yesterday morning. Got the top corner all tidied up and some of the bed edging put in place as well. Moved my bins around. Relayed my paving from out the front garden and sand locked it as well, and put the shillies down the side of it. Back now, dog's son is like, oh, we weren't supposed to have rain forecast this week at all, and then all of a sudden on Monday it decided we're going to have rain on Wednesday, and we've got it 24 hours of the flipping stuff. So I haven't done any more work out in that garden, and I'm thinking, geez, I'm only done a little bit out the front. I mean, I was literally on my hands and knees for about 4 hours on Monday when I first went out there to do bits in the garden, on my hands and knees. And that's what's hurt, is the fact that I was, don't take this the wrong way ladies, but on all fours. On all fours, relaying brick and everything else. And honestly, my muscles, you think I've run a marathon the way my legs are behaving. So yeah, so I've been relaying that. I've still got a little bit to relay and top up and sand up and just get it all sitting so it's level. And there's a little bit up in the top piece that I need to redo and dig it back out and relay it, because it's once it's settled, it's sort of McDivited into itself. So I'll have to sort that out. The postman will be suing me. That's it really. Just lots of pottering around. I sent out the email the other day there for the Batty Clubs and the inspiration for those. The picture isn't the best, ladies, but it's good. Your yarn bowls are wonderful. You've not seen one you haven't loved. Well, I did this the other day. I'm not going to put it on until next week, and I've got to take the bottom of it. But this one, it makes me think of a little bud, a little flower bud. You know when it's on a rose and you get that bottom red. Um, Hi Joe, I'm here, Rainy Keel, loving the new bats. Thank you very much. A view of the ewes. Yeah, I've got more downstairs. There's a sale on this weekend, so watch out for that. I'm not doing a discount code, but if you subscribe, you get 10%, and you can use it whenever in your shop. So if you do decide to go over and buy something off my website this weekend, I'll have everything listed on selected bats. Not the stock from the last 2 months, that's for sure, because they're new. So I've got lots and lots and lots. I've got at least 12 or 13 down the stairs and mini sets. But I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've got at least 60 just on these shelves. Another 12 downstairs. Plus I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 blend sets available. So some of those will get a discount as well. So they'll all be discounted individually. And then it means that if you're savvy and a bit of a miser like me, then you can use your 10% discount code on top of that. So some will be 15%, some will be 20% discount. Can't wait for a bit of spend. And oh, bless you, love. And what else are we doing? I've been printing off some niddy noddies. What I'm doing is I'm trying to get things in batches to put onto the website. So I'm printing off niddy noddies, some multicoloured ones like my yarn bowls. I'm not adding any more yarn bowls on at the moment, but if you want one but you don't want one of the colours that's on there, let me know and I will see what I've got in stock, because I do have flat colours. But to be fair, these new yarn bowls, Kate, hello love. What me and Phil always refer to as Lady Kate. You didn't know that, did you? Whenever Kate rings me up, or when she first started ringing me up out of the blue to just more or less have a natter, put the world to rights, eh Kate? And Phil would say, who's that on that phone? I'm like, oh, that's that Lady Kate, like Kate Summerfield. And that's how it always comes out. So we now refer to you as Lady Kate, because as soon as I say that, not that Kate's a snobby or anything like that. She's far from it. She's very much like me, loopy. But whenever Phil says, who's that on the phone? You're laughing up there. You took forever up that stairs. I'm like, oh, is that Lady Kate? So yeah. So Lady Kate is a sheep breeder. You'll have to watch out for her sheep's going on sale on the Greasy Fleece on the marketplace. I have a couple of her fleeces, which I still have to find flipping time to delve into. Yes, John Roshmere is actually Anne. Kate. Yes, Anne's lovely. Anne Fenweaver on Instagram. She's one of my regular contenders on my chats, on my live chats. So yeah, hence I'm standing up today, because I can't sit down. And if I sit down, you'll all start laughing at me, because I look like I've been riding a donkey for a fortnight. or was it rough handling a sheep? One of the two anyway. Here's that Scardy coming. Looking menace of a dog. She's done well this week. She hasn't done any business upstairs on the landing. Have you, madam? No, she's getting bigger and bigger. Way. Some stupid random cold caller. So yeah, I'm doing this because I want to get this project finished off, and then I can finish this weaving off and get it sent up to my friend in Scotland. I always end up doing that. I always end up gifting off my weavings, because I never know what to do with it myself. And it was a nice practice using the cotton yarn, which, as I say, I've got loads of it. But now that I've done this one, I'm not quite sure the colours are quite me. So I'm going to do one in more autumnal colours. And I've got to finish my jumper. I've only got about 3 inches left on my sleeves and on my pardon me, on my sea glass jumper. I've only got about 3 centimetres, and then it's the cuff. So I'm chuffed to bits of myself. Lunchtime, smoko, no work. Okay, so you death. So yeah, so I've got these colours. I've got loads of those corally coloured ones, but I've got these ones that I really like the look of together. So I've got this grey, and what colour is it? It's calling it can't see. I can't see what name it is. Organic Detox. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Do you know what? The pistachio. Right, okay, so this is grey or gris. Then you've got pistachio olive. I think this looks more like my project bags, this colour. It's a citric, I would say like a citric goldy colour. And then I've got this really lovely rose nude. It's really hard under this light. But yeah, it's like a very soft, subtle pink. And I just think they look really, really nice together. Hold on a minute, that way around. Yeah, they're not too bad. I know that sounds weird to have that with such a bold statement colour, but I think they really complement each other. Yeah, I quite like them together. So I'm thinking of doing that and then spinning up some great. They are really nice. Do you feel the same, Anne, that you wouldn't normally put that with those, but when you pair them together, I mean, that and that in itself is not really complementary, but when you put this with this and then the pink with the grey, they're in I don't know, there's just something about the way that they sit together that I quite like. And I have got loads of different shades of grey bats up here. I've got quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bats in grey that I could easily use if they don't sell this weekend in the sale. But yes, so I've got loads of yarn balls, but they're not going in the sale yet. So I've got those. But if you want one done in the colours that you like, yeah, but because the different concepts of dark to light, yeah, and then you've got one that's really bold. So I did. Oh, in fact, I've been making these up. These are all listed on the website. This one's my favourite. Even though I always say this, I don't like pink and I don't like purple. Everywhere's got purple in it. But I love these. These are my new project bags. They're a 2-in-1 bag. So they've all been steamed up and finished off, called professionally. And they've all got different buttons on the front. And when I took the product pictures the other day, the buttons hadn't flaming arrived. But I needed to get them listed. So they've all got their own little unique wooden buttons on the front. And this fabric is recycled fabric. It's 100% recycled plastic bottles. And I've got it in a mustard, a teal, and this grey. I can't get any different colours at the moment, but that's all there is. And inside of this one is pink. And I've stitched it pink as well. But what they're great for is not only can you put your knitting project in it, it's actually a butty bag pattern. So it's a 2-in-1. So you could stick your sandwich in the bottom of the bag and then put your project knitting in the top for when you're on your lunch break. For those lucky ones that actually get an hour's full lunch break. Especially if it fits a perfect pair of little socks in there. Or it's big enough that if you're doing, just starting off on a cardigan project, you could quite easily stick in a cardi project in there until it gets too big. You know, like you just get it started off and you've got some niggly bits to do. But yeah, it's definitely big enough to take in a pattern that size. I'm trying to think if I've got anything around here. I haven't. I'm going to do everything's downstairs. But yes, so, and they've got this little vegan leather strap-on. This little vegan tag with my name on the front of it, Willie Cottage. It's got a vegan leather thong, a strap on and a thong on your project bag. on the project bags. Joe, you're a nightmare. See, one track mind, gutter brain, that's what it is, honestly. Honestly. So there is the teal, not the teal, the mustardy coloured one, and it's that citric yellow. But look, it's the same colour as that cotton. Exactly the same colour. This cotton's really good for doing crochet with as well, and macrame, and tablet weave, card weaving. But this one, I like this one. I'm surprised it's still in the shop. It's National Geographic fabric. Not National Geographic, it is from the British Natural History Museum. This fabric's been designed by them, and Donnell are selling the fabric. I've got a full collection of the Natural History Museum fabrics. If I turn it inside out, you can see the full thingy of them. But look, isn't that cool? So yeah, I like it's business out front and party inside, you see. So there's that one in this mustard colour. I think I'm selling them on the website for £17.50 at the moment. But remember, you've got your discount code, and then you've got these teal green ones. They're not quite a bottle green, but as I say, they've got the little wooden buttons on. They're all different. And in this one, this is a British History Museum fabric as well on the inside. Again, 100% fabric, cotton. And look at that one. It's got all the British bird feathers on it, butterflies, moths, dragonflies on it. Really, really cute. I ended up buying a metre and a half of this, so I'm saving myself some because I've got a design in mind for doing a larger project bags. So yeah, that's what my plan is next, but they'll be like literally one of a kind that I will be putting on the website at some point when I get a chance. So yeah, so I'll be putting these on there. That's your favourite, Anne, that fabric there. It is really, really nice, isn't it? The British Natural History Museum. So yeah, that's I've got a couple of those. So I think I've got 5 left on the website. One's gone in a fluff rescue order this morning. And then what else have we done? Niddy Noddies. So this is a custom order, but this is the metallic ones. So it's like a rose gold, the same rose gold that's on my spinning wheel, but on the back of it you can see the colours that make it up. So you've got that silver, and you've got, it's actually grey, orange and yellow, but it comes out rose, copper, silver and gold. And I prefer this other side of it. It's got that steampunk look about it. So I've been doing some of these. I think there's another one around there somewhere up there on the top. I'm not sure where it is. They're printing off some more Dizzies. So I've got a couple of those, but these will get listed on the website next week. Little bits like that. And I'm literally just waiting 2 ticks because the printer's just stopped. Oh, this is a custom order. These are band weaving heddles. I do have an orange one on the website at the moment and a band weave rigid heddle loom, which you can actually do band weaving on your loom if you've got a little, or even a big loom. If you've got a big loom or a little loom, it doesn't really matter. You can actually rig it up so that your warp length, you're bigger than what you thought. What are the length of the skeins on the Niddy Noddies? The yard lengths the same as what Maria does, and other what did I just do with those Niddy? Oh, there they are. Yeah, the yard length Niddy Noddies, and they don't fall out as easily as others neither. That's me tugging on it. So hi Elizabeth. So yeah, so you've got the Niddy Noddies, and they're decent size, but they're a yard length, which is perfect for sample yarns. I like them because they're dead lightweight, and if you're going away for a weekend and you don't want anything big and heavy, they literally just tuck into your project bag that you've got with you. I've not done the extensions for them because I'm quite happy with the little yard ones. I might do an extension at some other time, but at the moment I'm in no rush. I just want people to start realizing that I'm doing these on my website. But yeah, so you've got those, and this is, I'm going to sand these down. These are a custom order, but I have put these randomly on the website. These little band weaving shuttles. Let me just get this started. Get that pulled out of there. And I've got to sand them down. So once I take this one out of here, there we go. You can use these on smaller looms as well, but this is a metallic one, and I think it's purple, red and gold makeup, but once it's on the front it has this more bronzy sort of look about it, and it's got a decent wedge on there, enough to beat down your yarn on your warp. But as I say, when you're using band weaving or the do you know, this is what happens. I get carried away and distracted and stop doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, Iona, stop that. But yeah, it's got a decent edge on it. It's actually created in such a way that it bands down. So when you're doing you're pulling back on yourself when you're card weaving, tablet weaving or inkle weaving, it's got a good wedge, and it holds a fair decent amount of yarn on there as well. And they're really lightweight, so you can take them away for different projects. And then I have got, these are just my test samples, but you've got these smaller tablet weaving cards as well, which you can use with these. I do have smaller shuttles, but I thought these are just a perfect size if you're just using tablet weaving and not doing them on your loom. You don't know what band weaving is? Another video. Band weaving is, hold on a second. Right, so inkle weaving generally comes from creating a smaller inklet weaving, inkle weaving, using a smaller loom frame compared to what a medieval one is. When you would make bands that would go on old shirts and dresses and stuff like that back in the medieval times, and you create, I'm going to try and get you, create a ribbon or a band that can be used for strapping, for belts, handbags, shoelaces if you want to do some really thin ones, and it's just different patterns and different ways of layering your strands in. Go and search, hold on a minute, the name will come to me in a minute. My favourite person on YouTube for learning how to do inkle weaving, and she uses tablet cards as well on them, is, it'll come to me in a minute, Finchinbrook. Is it Finchinbrook? I will remember the name later on when I come off here, and when this comes back up I will put it in my descriptions, and I will actually tag you the link of the lady. It's tablet weaving or card weaving. So you make these ribbons, you can make them really, really thick as well, depending on how many strands that you're using. These I will show you how to use. You could get, I have actually got the Satch card loom, tablet cards, which have the ABC written on them. I don't want to do anything like that, writing ABC on them. I like to do it myself anyway, because then I can remember. And then I usually mark off the tops, so when I straighten it out. Yeah, inkle weaving, inklet weaving, tablet weaving, band weaving. You'll find there's not massive amounts of videos on YouTube, but there are some around. Not all of them show you how to warp it up, but I will get Lady Eloise of Finchinbrook. I'm sure it's Eloise of Finchinbrook. She's on here. She's on here because I have mentioned her a couple of times when I've done my chats. But yeah, so you've got these that I will be putting on the website. These are just my sample ones that I did just to see if I was getting the density right, like the thickness of them, because they're quite tough and hard wearing, and I wanted to make sure that these wouldn't snag on the fibre, especially if you want to use silks or something. But I generally use a nice good cotton quality cotton or I use a Donegal tweed, and I buy the small cones like these. Well, those ones that I was showing you, you could buy them off of Weft Blown for £3.50, and she's got loads of different colours. She just had a new stock put in, and chats, and these are a medium. It's organic cotton detox and a medium density, which roughly is about, I would say that's about 4 ply, and it's 100 grams, so you get 300 meters on it, and they're £3.50. Loads of different colours. I've got a Barbie pink there, I've got this rose, I've got teal and mint, aqua, what other colours I've got on there, and I've got this lovely gorgeous denim blue on there as well. But I used to go to, what else have got? This one here. I've got a couple of, I've got quite a few, but I've done it, I do it in silk as well, a very good silk thread. Shiny silk, not an embroidery silk. And I use London Weaving Gallery down in London. You find them online, and I buy these combs off of them, and they're not over expensive neither. So you've got this one, it's actually a wool cone, this one, and this is a Donegal. So it's like a tweedy, and I've woven with this as well on my tablet cards. What else is this? So those are tablet cards, and these are what will be coming. I'm sure I put one on the website not long ago, but there's another Donegal one. There you see the little tweedy bits in there. So that's lovely, that colour. I'm actually in the middle of doing a tablet weaving project at the moment with that. So you've also these. This is a 7-hole pattern for a backstrap weaving, or you can use them on your loom as well and just rig it up like you would do a normal loom. Do your back beam, thread it through, and then tie it onto your front beam, and then you can still weave with it. You can get really, really long lengths if that's what you want to do. When you're using an inkle loom and an inklet loom, you generally sort of limited to how much meterage that you can do. I have an inklet, but I also have wood that I've been waiting for 18 months for Phil to actually build me a large inkle loom, a floor one, so I could sit on the sofa downstairs and do it at night time, because I like doing that sort of stuff, you know, that footery stuff that you haven't got time for during the day. So yeah, so that's one of those rigid header looms that you do, and it's back strapped. So you literally, the way that you do it is you warp it up and you have some sort of peg. It's usually, a lot of people use the plastic bag pegs, you know, the ones that clip into place. It's like a crocodile clip, and they tie it up around the belt, bring the ends round and clip it up onto the clip, but once it's all threaded. And the other piece would be tied up to, say, a dining table or a radiator or something that's solid that's not going to move, or even a tree if you want to go outside and do it, because it's a portable project. It's 100,000 years old, easy. There's a lot of history to it. It's more known in the Scandinavian countries and Latvia and Estonia, sort of those regions. We used to do them all the time, but now you'll find a lot of band weaving and tablet weaving demonstrations done at these Viking reenactor sites or the medieval reenactors. You'll see the traditionalists doing it there. So yeah, I like a dabble in stuff that I can put to one side and bring it back up. So could that heddle work loose on a samplet loom? Yes, it will fit in my Kromsky Prelude, and I can rig it up just like I would. You don't need the shaft on the back of it, because you need a pickup stick with it, or these are pointy enough to be used like a pickup stick to go through. And there is tablet weaving or heddle weaving book on Amazon, I think it is. I'll see if I can find it for next time we do a live chat, and I'll make a note of it. But there's a book that you can buy for band weaving, and it gives you all the different patterns that you can use and different techniques. Yeah, if you go to Eloise on YouTube, if I get you the link later on, she's got a link in her descriptions, and it takes her to her blog page, because she actually does do historical tablet weaving and inkle weaving designs. And what it is she's a reenactor, But they all the Scandinavian archaeological dig sites that are being excavated, where they find fabric, all these bands on belts and things like that on bodies, obviously not the skeletons, but whatever remains of fabric are found in these burial sites now. They restore them to a point where people like her can actually figure out what the design was originally, how the threads all interwove to each other, and what the pattern went for the weft and for the warp, and the type of fabric that they really used as well, like thread-wise, yarn-wise. So yeah, there's a lot of history in it, and she actually does show you the different patterns that are historically proven to be true. And she gives you the draw of them. But I like it. I find tablet weaving and inkle weaving really easy, very relaxing. It's just one of those things that it doesn't take a lot of effort. I think the length of time, just like with any weaving, is getting your warp sorted out right and getting it going right and having the right tension. And then once you've got that mastered, you're off. But I like it. I mean, it's just one of those things that I quite like, that, because I can sit here up in my room, I can tie one warp end around the post on my island and the other one round my belt if I've got a pair of jeans on. See, I'm fiddling again. I'm not supposed to be fiddling. I'm supposed to be spinning this flipping wool up for sure. That's it. Right. So, yeah. There's loads of little bits and pieces that I've got coming, but there will be all sort of timed to me doing my back to basics chats. I would love to have been able to get my Turkish spindles done. I had a batch of them, but I really wasn't happy with the way that they've turned out. So I've vetoed them for the moment. But now that I've understood and I've got my 3D printer going the way that I want it to, the problem I'm having is finding a beechwood shaft that's not too thin, because the holes on the Turkish spindles that I was getting are only 4mm wide, and when I go looking for 4mm wide beechwood shafts, I just feel like they're going to snap really easily, because I have to put like a little nugget wedge in the top of it, so you've got somewhere to loop your yarn around. I don't put a hook in it, I just put like a little notch in the top of it. But if I do that with a 4mm diameter shaft, I don't feel very confident that it wouldn't break. And then that bang goes my reputation for quality. I wouldn't be happy with that at all. So yeah, those are just a few things. So I haven't really got much to teach you today. I really just want to get this project sorted, and I feel like I need to be here on a Wednesday for anybody that wants to learn something a little bit extra compared to the videos that I've done already. But I always ask if anybody wants me to do anything each week, and I don't always get comments. So this week I got none at all. So you're getting what you're given. You've got me trying to finish off a project and talking about stuff that I'm making, which is a bit of a promo video, I suppose. But that's why I created this channel. And for the fact that a lot of my regular customers, my impassioned customers, wanted me to start showing them what I did and how I did it. And it was how I advertised getting doing my Batty Clubs as well, my monthly subscriptions. So yeah, it's I always feel a bit awful, but at the end of the day, I've got a business to try and support. And I would like to point out, I have noticed that some of my videos have started getting advertisements on them. And I want you all to know, I'm not receiving a single penny for them, by the way. Not a single penny. John's back for a funeral, so you've got to go and make him some lunch today. All right, give him a hug. You take care of yourself, Anne, and I will see you, I think, Saturday, but I won't be around for long, because Easter weekend and you should all be off gallivanting somewhere lovely in the sunshine, while we're here in the rain on bank holiday weekend, as usual. You take care, lovely. So yeah, I always feel a little bit awful when I just sort of wing it on a live chat. But I do want to say something while I'm here. For those that haven't made it. How do I put this nicely? If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. If you're having a grumpy day, please read your comments and think about how it comes across to somebody else. I have recently, in the last 5-6 months, started getting some really awful comments. Not about my business as such, but about me personally. And it will stop now. And I'm just warning you, like I'm talking to a bunch of kids here, I will block you. I will block you. I will stop you from seeing my videos. Some comments have come from people that have been following me for the last 2 years. They've been blocked. And they've been blocked on my Instagram as well. So I can't be trolled anymore. Some of it's out of jealousy. Some of it's just out of sheer nastiness. None of you guys, well, a select few know about my past. But not everybody on YouTube does. And it's not something I really want to go into. But I've not had the easiest of lives. But I don't appreciate people criticising me for the way I actually look. From a dental treatment, my teeth are not like this because I don't look after my teeth. My teeth were triggered off like this because of domestic violence. So don't judge what you don't know. Also, if you're going to leave a comment on my reels, the reels are 60 seconds. They're just an advertisement. Please don't be leaving me comments on those, such as, I can't hear a word you're saying. How am I supposed to learn anything? Firstly, do you support my business? Do you buy products from me? No. Do you just come onto these videos to learn something? Fine, fair enough. But don't come yelling at me with exclamation marks and question marks because of an advertisement for my own website, for my own business, because you're not learning anything. Do what the rest of us does. Go find somebody else. If you're not happy watching my promos or my reels, don't bother. Next time a comment like that comes back up, I will be blocking you. So please, whoever you are, I know who you are, you know who you are, word for word. I've just said exactly what the comment was last week. I would appreciate an apology, but I'm not going to get one. And you're lucky that I didn't reply to you in the original context, is what my original message was to you. And I edited it and just gave you the link and informing you that it wasn't a teaching video anyway. I do this for free, out of my own time. I am a tiny, small, independent yarn dyer and fibre producer. I do not get paid from anybody for doing these videos, so can you please remember and respect that. I do these videos because I know what it's like trying to learn something and going searching on YouTube. There are a lot more people out there doing this now than what there was when I first started trying to learn 8-7 years ago. And I don't mean this to be nasty, and I don't mean it at all, but if it carries on, I will be doing what I've been planning on doing and changing everything to a learning platform where you have to pay. Okay? And I won't be doing any more videos like these or my teaching videos on YouTube, and I will just completely close down my account. I won't stand for it. I've gone through a lot in my life, and I have a big heart, and I'm very generous with it, with my time. Doing videos takes an entire day, and then I've got to edit them. And I'm using stock, especially art yarn videos. I'm using stock from my own supplies out of my own pocket to do these videos. Nobody sponsors me for them. So I would appreciate it if you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it. Scroll on by, walk on by, and carry on with the rest of your day instead of taking out your mood or your grumpiness on people like me. There we go. It's been going on for a while. I've had people say to me, well, you're obviously not very good at your business because you're not making much money, because if you did, then you'd get your teeth sorted out. You obviously don't have fibromyalgia because you won't be able to be that active. Well, if you go and speak to a doctor will tell you, if you're not taking medication, keep as active as possible when you've got rheumatistic or joint pains or any other type of muscle ache conditions, because it helps you a lot by keeping active. And it gives you a healthy heart as well. There's other things that have been said, but they're just things that stick in your mind. I've never gone around and said anything nasty to people. Well, at least I've tried not to. And if I have, it's been done unintentionally. But I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people I've noticed recently on YouTube channels that people have been getting harassed as well and trolled by people. And it's not on. It's not on at all. So on that note, I'm going to say my farewells. I shall be back next week after the bank holiday weekend. It is Easter weekend, and in the UK we do have Monday as a bank holiday. So the video for next week will probably be later in the week, but I will give you a heads up. Also, my live chat Saturday over on my YouTube. You can catch me on YouTube. On my Instagram, you can catch me over there as well if you want to come and join me for a natter. Otherwise, if you do want to help sponsor me, my Ko-fi account details are actually on my descriptions on my YouTube page, but I would never ever ask you for money. If you'd like to support my business, go and buy something from my website. There's lots on there. I always do discount codes if you subscribe, and I always do little offers. And if I know you're a newbie, I always stick something free in there into your order as well. Actually, even if you're an oldie, I always throw something a little bit extra in once in a blue moon. You take care of yourselves. You hope you all have a lovely week, and that you have better weather than I'm getting today. I've got things to do. See, she's fiddling again with a penknife and a flaming didgeridoo-doos. So I'm going to go apply this wool up. I'm going to get this weaving finished off, and I shall see you next week. Take care of yourselves. If you can't be good, don't get caught. Bye.